Mission Valley Mall is an open-air mall in San Diego, California that opened in 1961. If you've clicked onto this video, then you know what today is. It's Monday, Mall Madness. Every Monday I'll be releasing a new video on a defunct or maybe not so defunct mall and its history. Make sure you stick around to the very end of the videos. I like to see if you, the viewer, are paying attention. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for my latest mall video, defunct store, occasional throwback Thursday, or soda history. Leave a suggestion about a future video or memories of this mall. Thanks. San Diego's city building regulations were different during the 1950s than today. Back then, all that was necessary in order to build a major commercial complex was to secure a zoning change. Today, the same endeavor would require environmental impact statements, traffic studies, community forums, and a number of other costly and time-consuming measures. Moreover, there would be the possibility of community opposition to such a project that would need to be overcome. Even in 1957, there was a great deal of controversy involved with the May Company shopping center plan. Many citizens didn't want to see the pristine Mission Valley inundated with suburbanization. Likewise, the city's downtown merchants were none too pleased with the prospect of a huge suburban retail center potentially siphoning off their customer base. In 1957, May Company California purchased a large land parcel in San Diego County and was soon lobbying for an agricultural to commercial zoning change so that construction of a regional shopping center could begin. After much wheeling and dealing, the City Council granted the zoning change in June of 1958. Ground was broken on a 90-acre site located 3 miles north of the center of San Diego in July of the same year. Construction of the prospective Mission Valley Center got underway on December 1st. The open-air mall was designed by the San Diego-based Deems, Lewis, Martin & Associates and Frank Hope & Associate firms. It would be a bi-level structure. The first floor would consist of a parking garage, pastoral center court with a fountain and children's play area. The upper floor would be devoted entirely to retail. This design was conceived because the shopping center was located on a floodplain of the San Diego River. It was thought that a sufficient amount of rain could flood the area, with the ground floor of the structure being submerged in several feet of water. The mall featured speed ramps, which were moving sidewalks that transported patrons from the parking lot level to the stores above. Speaking of parking, the covered garage and surrounding lots accommodated 6,000 cars at one time. The shopping center made history as one of San Diego's first suburban regional shopping center when it officially opened on February 20th, 1961. The $25 million shopping center encompassed approximately 865,000 square feet. It was anchored by a 4-level, 363,000 square foot May Company and a 2-level, 219,000 square foot Montgomery Ward. There were over 73 inline stores and services, which also included See's Candies, Jacobson's, Stryker's Shoes, Bank of America, a thrifty drugstore, a J.J. Newberry's 5 and Dime, Bond Clothes, Hartfield's, Lane Bryant Ladies Wear, Leeds Qualicraft Shoes, Mission Valley Sporting Goods, Tom McCann Shoes, Uncle George's Toys, Valley Ho Restaurant, Southern California Music Company, and a Flynn's Candle Shop. In late 1961, Mission Valley was joined by its first retail competitor, the Grossmont Center. In 1969, the Fashion Valley Center, and in 1977, the University Town Center. The western sector of the Mission Valley Center site was developed soon after the mall was completed. An out-parcel ice arena was built in the parking lot west of the wards in 1963, which closed in the early 1970s. The National General Theater's Valley Circle Theater, part of the Mission Valley West Strip, showed its first feature in December of 1966. In the mid-1970s, their first expansion of the mall was completed. A new north wing housed 11 inline stores and was anchored by a three-level, 173,000 square foot Los Angeles-based Bullock's. The store, the first Bullock's in Greater San Diego, opened its doors on February 19, 1975. 8 years later, the mall was expanded again. A northeast wing and two-level 77,000 Saks Fifth Avenue was dedicated in the fall of 1983. Other stores at the mall during that time included a video game arcade, Walden Books and a B. Dalton Books, as well as a Music Land and a Camelot Music. Mission Valley Center now encompassed 1.5 million leasable square feet. Size-wise, it had surpassed Fashion Valley as the largest shopping center in Greater San Diego. This distinction reverted back to Fashion Valley following a 1996 to 1997 expansion. In November of 1993, Mission Valley Center was one of 19 Centermark properties being sold to a joint venture. This group was comprised of Australia's Westfield, Des Moines General Growth Properties, and New York City Whitehall Street Real Estate Limited Partnership. The joint venture divided management of the malls, with Westfield's share including Mission Valley Center. In June of 1996, Westfield established 100% ownership of the previous Centermark portfolio. In the mid-1990s, several store spaces in the northeast wing were pretty much vacant. Westfield bought into the Mission Valley Mall in 1994 and established full ownership in 1996. A 3-year-long renovation concluded in the following year. 5 northeast store blocks were rebuilt into large big box stores, and a movie mega complex added to the front facade. Moreover, the mall was now connected into the San Diego Trolley Light Rail network. The ailing northeast wing was reconstructed and renamed the Promenade. New big box stores were recruited. In early 1990s, May Company had absorbed all of the Los Angeles-based J.W. Robinson's department stores. On January 31st, 1993, May Company closed. It reopened as a rebranded Robinson's May. Nordstrom Rack opened at Mission Valley Mall in 1994. It was the first Nordstrom Rack location in the area. Michaels also set up shop as well. In July of 1994, Saks Fifth Avenue closed. Bed Bath & Beyond assumed the old Saks store, which began business in November of 1995. To reinvigorate the mall, a renovation was done between 1994 and 1997. The state-of-the-art American Multi-Cinema Mission Valley 20 multiplex, built in the front parking area, opened for business on December 15, 1995. A large central courtyard, which was originally constructed as a children's playground, was covered over to provide space for a Ruby's Diner. On May 1st, 1996, Bullock's closed. It would reopen as a rebranded Macy's Home Furniture store. Loehmann's opened their Mission Valley location in August of 1996. The mall-wide renovation was completed in 1997 with the shopping hub encompassing 1.6 million leasable square feet and over 120 stores and services. 1997 was also the year that the San Diego Trolley Light Rail System opened the 6.1-mile Mission Valley West extension. This serviced the new Park Valley Shopping Center, located directly north of the Westfield Mission Valley. In November of 1998, Westfield renamed the mall Westfield Shoppingtown Mission Valley. The Shoppingtown moniker, which was added to the name of all Westfield-owned malls. The next year, Sports Chalet opened its location at the mall. In March of 2001, Montgomery Ward closed. Target would open a new store at this location on July 24, 2002. To increase foot traffic, a 12-bay food court was installed on the north wing in September of 2004. In June of 2005, the Westfield Shopping Town moniker was dropped and was simply known as Westfield Mission Valley. On September 9, 2006, Robinson's May closed. It reopened as a rebranded Macy's. In mid-2008, the Westfield Group announced plans for a massive expansion of the Westfield Mission Valley. This would have included double-decking the mall's retail level, which would have added at 500,000 leasable square feet. Office and hotel space was also proposed, as were 250 high-end residential units and 5 new parking structures. As soon as these plans were divulged, they were met with substantial community opposition. Local government approval could have taken several years. This stumbling block and the Great Recession resulted in expansion plans for Westfield Mission Valley being abandoned, at least for the time being. In 2013, an employee at the Kathy Jean shoe store was found murdered along with her friend, who happened to be her fiancé's brother, in the mall parking lot. Her fiancé was shot and killed at the mall as well. The triple murder would shake the community to its core. In January 2014, Loehmann's at Mission Valley Center closed. Liquidation sales began on January 8, 2014, and the store was permanently closed after the merchandise was liquidated. The space was later occupied by Bloomingdale's outlet store, which opened in 2014. By January 2016, there was once again rumblings about some type of mall remodeling. Westfield began a process to purchase the 55-year-old A Company building. The Historical Resources Board of City of San Diego sprang into action. They evaluated the Mission Valley May Company building and concluded that it retains integrity as it relates to the original design. Furthermore, the structure was deemed historically significant. It was said that this action could prevent the mid-century modern store from being torn down as part of the mall renovation. Westfield finalized the purchase of the building in March of 2016 and appealed to the City of San Diego to revoke its designation as a historical structure. In the spring of 2016, Sports Chalet closed after the company went out of business. Macy's closed their store on March 19, 2017. The building is now being renovated and refitted with inline store spaces as part of a mall redevelopment. Westfield's American and European property portfolio was merged into a holdings of Paris-based Unibail Rodamco in June of 2018. A new company known as Unibail Rodamco Westfield was created. Michaels jumped from the big box promenade area over to the section of the old Sports Chalet space in 2018. In April of 2018, Ruby's Diner posted on their doors that they had closed their location at the center after being there for more than 20 years. The former restaurant building was torn down and a new children's play area will be installed in the former Ruby's location. Unibail Rodamco Westfield sold the Mission Center in July of 2023. A joint venture of Los Angeles-based Lowe Enterprises and Louisville, Colorado's Real Capital Solutions became the new proprietor. They assumed Unibail Rodamco Westfield sold Mission Center in July of 2023 to a joint venture of Lowe Enterprises and Louisville. Colorado's Real Capital Solutions became the new proprietor. They assembled a plan to redevelop Mission Center as The Valley, a mixed-use facility. In addition to retail, this complex would feature 2 residential structures, a central common area, and a parking garage. In 2023, Bed Bath & Beyond closed after the company filed for bankruptcy and closed all of its stores. Jerome's Furniture moved into the former Bed Bath & Beyond location at Mission Valley Center on February 16, 2024, the move marked a new temporary store for Jerome's, a 2-story space at the former Bed Bath & Beyond site. In early 2025, the Macy's home furniture store closed. Less than 4 months after its closing, the label scar could be seen on the outside of the building. Today, the 1.1 million square foot open-air mall is now called The Valley and is anchored by a Michaels, Target, and a Nordstrom Rack. Congratulations! You made it this far into the video.
When I find you.
Pop quiz, hotshot.
So let's see how close you were paying attention to my video. So how many anchor stores closed or changed their names at this mall? So if your answer is 10, give yourself a hand. You were paying attention. Thanks for watching. So what do you remember about this mall? Leave a comment or some more details that I may have missed, or maybe even a suggestion for a future mall video you would like to see. Don't forget to hit that like button and please subscribe to Eric C. Productions. Thanks for watching.